Hello, and welcome to the Marina Show. I'm your host, Marina. It's a pleasure to have you all here today joining me, and we have an amazing topic for you girls and gals and guys out there. It's called the date debate. That's right. The good old date debate. You've talked about it in Sunday school. You've talked about it at youth group. You've talked about it with your parents. But let's talk about it with the Marina on the Marina Show. So, as you know, I'm going to orient this talk to girls. Boys, you can listen in. The question for the show is it okay for me to have a boyfriend? Okay, so let's get started. How old are you, girl, that's watching this show, or man? Let's say you're from the age of 15 to 17, aka in high school during your sophomore, senior year, or junior. I don't know American years. Anyways, so you're a high school girl, and you're asking me, a G for G counselor, hey, Marina, is it okay for me to have a boyfriend in the Coptic church with God? And I have to give you the answer. So, let's go through this strategically, chronologically, and with the grace and help of God. Anything that I say on this program does not represent the views of the Coptic Church. Okay, now, let's see what we want to discuss. So, if you think it's okay to have a boyfriend, you can sit on this side of the room. Well, this is all imaginary, but you can put your hand up to the television and say, I think it's okay to have a boyfriend. What I'm going to do is use my lawyer skills to prove you absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Point being, is it right to have a boyfriend? Here we go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out 4 rules. All right? 4 rules of having a boyfriend. And if you fulfill those 4 rules, then you go ahead and have a boyfriend. Oh my gosh, this is the best show ever. All I have to do is satisfy this 4 criteria. Good luck. Anyways, so if you satisfy these 4 rules, you may be allowed to have a boyfriend by me. And I guarantee you, viewer, if you're between the ages of 15 and 17, you're not going to satisfy these 4 rules at all. In fact, you're going to start crying. Just kidding. You'll laugh at me because I'm lots of fun. Okay. Rule number 1. This will usually cut out 50% of you. Having a boyfriend is absolutely dandy and perfect if your parents know about it. Ding, ding, ding! All right, so that eliminates about 75% of our audience. Thank you, and we'll see you next time on the Marina Show. Just kidding. Here we go. So, we're going to use a biblical perspective, and this is rule number 1 on segment 1 of relationships. Okay? Rule number 1 is you are allowed to have a boyfriend or girlfriend if your mother and father know about the relationship. Why is this one of Marina Gergis's 4 amazing rules? Well, let's bring it right back to the 10 Commandments, because you're telling me that you think having a boyfriend is Christian, which it may be. But then again, you're 15 to 17 years old. 14 and under, I'm not even going to consider you. Okay, I'm sorry. So here we go. I do believe that one of the commandments lets us know that you should honor your father and your mother. So, in order to follow that commandment, your relationship must be beknownst to your mother and father. Am I correct? But you're more than welcome to go ahead and break one of the 10 commandments and continue to be in a relationship that your mother and father don't know about. Okay, I know what you're saying, girl. All I do is talk to high school girls all the days of my life. And I know exactly what they say. They call me on the phone and they're like, Marina, you totally don't understand what I'm going through. I don't care that you're doing this Marina Show, but I want you to know that I have like the strictest parents in the whole world. Okay? They're not people that you can actually talk to. My dad doesn't care, and my mom is completely emotionally unaware and thinks that I'm just not allowed to go out with boys, and they don't realize how serious and how real and how much he loves me, and da. Fine. I've heard the argument. That's why we're going to address it. So what we're talking about on this segment of the Marina Show is it okay to have a relationship? Number one rule is, if your parents know, you're going to come back. So it's a debate. My debate is, fulfill the rule, have a boyfriend. I know your parents don't know. Anyways, so you're going to tell me it's because they're strict and they're not going to understand your feelings and how true the love is between you and your 15-year-old boyfriend. Just kidding. I'm going to acknowledge this. I'm not here to belittle your feelings, little girl. I'm not. I was 15 once too. Yes, believe it. There were good times in my life. Anyways, so you're not going to tell your mother because she's strict. Let me ask you this. Look me straight in the eye and tell me that the reason that you're not going to tell your mother is because she's strict. I highly doubt that's the reason. Sometimes, teenagers, our parents are actually the materialized form of our own consciences. If you're able to tell your parents about something, then you genuinely, in your heart of hearts, believe that it's right. It has nothing to do with whether they're strict, prudent, or not. Okay? If you can tell your parents with conviction about what you're doing, who you're going out with, who you hang up the phone with, who you're talking to, texting, BBMing, using WhatsApp on your iPhone, then I'm completely down with it. But if your mom opens the crack of your room, or your father, or your parental guidance, when they sign a form and says parental guidance. Anyways, your protector, whoever opens that door and you get that little flutter in your heart and you think it's a butterfly, it's not a butterfly. It's that conscience of yours telling you maybe what you're doing is wrong. Okay? So, we fulfilled rule number one, which is my mother and my father know about it. And why am I implementing this rule? Because I want you guys to know something. I'm down with it, okay? I've lived in Canada my whole life. I'm all down with the thing that, Egyptian parents are strict. So why am I down with this rule? Because no matter where you live, no matter who you are or who your parents are, the commandments are the same. Honor your father and your mother. If you're hiding something from your parents, you are breaking a commandment. And that's why the rule sticks. So, some of you guys are like, listen, girlfriend, my parents know about this. Okay, maybe my daddy doesn't know about it, but my mama knows. I told her. She doesn't really know that he's my boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? But, she knows I have, this special friend, and I call him my special friend, and it's all cool, and my mom's down with it, and she's like, oh, ya habibti, ya amura, I love your special friend. Okay? So, those of you that know about this, that have parents that allegedly know, I guarantee they don't know everything because you're hiding it from them. I'm sorry for being so accusational. I'm only here to help you. Okay, so your mother knows about it. So you have passed rule number one. If you haven't passed rule number one, turn off the television now and stop watching the Marina Show. Just kidding. Okay? So we're going to end off with honor your mother and your father. That is one of the commandments. And next time, on the Marina Show, I'm going to introduce the next 3 rules. For now, I want you to think about rule number 1. Remember what I said. Your parents are the materialized form of your own consciousness. So if there's something wrong on the inside, what you're doing may or may not be right. Anyways, I'm going to be nice to you now. If you fulfilled rule number 1, then we will see you next time on the Marina Show, where we continue with the date debate. See you next time on the Marina Show.